Sara Reineke here, beginning week 4 challenge of our week 7, which I can't believe we're already over halfway there. And July is crazy. I know I've got 6, 7, or 8 girls that are going for huge goals that are keeping me up at night. I hope they're happy, but it's so exciting. And the reason they're all running like crazy is because convention's coming up. I wanted to take a second to make sure that everybody understands whenever we're running for big goals for convention, what that means. Because I distinctly remember before I'd ever been to convention and I heard people talking about their what they were going for and their levels and what their name tag would say, and it made no sense to me. So if you're anywhere like I was about 6 or 7 or 8 months into the business, here's a little quick Cliff's Notes version of what we're all talking about. Convention is in September, and if you're going, congratulations. It's going to be amazing. Wouldn't miss it for the world. If you're not, I would highly encourage you to log on, watch it live, get as involved as you possibly can. Be watching all the news feeds. I know all of us leaders are going to be trying to keep you as informed as possible. But what July has to do with September is wherever you fall, July 31st, whatever level you are, whether 3, 4, 5, Premier, Elite, whatever, that's what your name tag says in September. That's what your training will include. That's what, if you're level 5, you get to go to certain parties, Premier, certain parties, level 5, certain seating. And I remember whenever I had just been in the business 6 or 7 months and they were talking about this, I thought, what do I care what my name tag says? I'm just happy to be going. And so I didn't really pay much attention to any of that. But by golly, when I went a couple months later and I was barely a level 2, I'm not even sure how I made it to level 2 by then. And Maisha was level 5. And so I hung out with Kara Moore and Anna and Jody Rogers a lot throughout that trip because Maisha was getting to do all these cool things and got to sit up front, level 5 seating. I'm like, why does she get to go up there? Oh, she's level 5. Okay. And she got to go to a couple extra parties and things like that. And I thought, if I'm going to do this again, I'm going to do what she's doing because even though I love these girls right here, but we're all going to go together and we're all going to be level 5 together when we come back. And that became my goal. So one of the things that comes from convention is you see like, okay, I want to do what they're doing, and it gives you kind of a reason to move a little faster. I will also tell you 2 convention stories. One is that time that I went, whenever I was barely level 2, and I was out on the dance floor, and I met Sarah Robbins, and I got to know Stephanie Ashentrop and Jen Griswold and all these names that I had seen on Facebook, and I got to meet them, and we're just all normal people out on the dance floor, and they were awesome. And I left the dance floor and I came out and I called Jared. I'll never forget it, out on the stairwell. And I called him and I said, you know what? I can do this. Why not me? No one can take this from me. I can do this with integrity. I get to help other people. I get to empower women, and no one can take it. It's mine if I want it. And I kind of had a eye-opening experience. The box I had put myself in my whole entire life was suddenly open to other possibilities. And I'm so thankful for that experience at convention. And I'll tell you, I almost didn't go. Maisha had to bully me into going, just like she bullied me into this business. But, I'm so glad that she did. The second convention story is not so pretty on my part that I want to share. I don't know if you guys realize that Anna and Kara are both going to be gone to Mexico the rest of this week because Anna got 50 lead the way miles the last time they announced that at convention last year. When they announced that to get the Mexico trip, you had to get 50 lead the way miles, and Maisha will wrap me out, I immediately said, that is impossible. There's no way. I worked my tail off and I got to 31 miles last time. It is impossible to get to 50. And then sweet little Anna Hurl was in her seat going, I can do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. And she did. Yeah. So Mama learned a lesson last year, and I teach it and I coach it, but Mama didn't do it. So I will never do that to myself again, to where I count myself out before the game even starts. And that's a personality flaw, it's a character flaw, and I'm working on that, but I encourage you to not ever make that same mistake too, because those 2 girls are going to Mexico tomorrow. This girl isn't. anyway, I'm super excited for them, and I'm glad that that Anna had the mindset and she gets to take Kara right along with her, which she deserves it. So that's why everybody's running so crazy this month. They want to be whatever level they're going for, 5, 3, 2, whatever it is, by July 31st, because that's what it all comes down to in September. So what that means, if they're trying to hit level 5, that means 8 of their directs have to hit 600 or above. So I remember whenever Maisha was running for 5 the first time, and Kara and Jody and Morgan and all of us, we didn't want to be that one leg that didn't make it. You know, we were all pushing for her. We were working hard. We all wanted to help her get to her goals. And in turn, all of us hit around level 2 about that same time. And then the second thing, whenever Maisha started going for Lexus and Elite, well, all of us hit level 5, level 5, level 5, all of us about the same time. That's what's so fun about this business. It's all built on helping other people reach their goals and build their paychecks. And if you jump in and want to help, whenever Maisha was running for her Lexus, then guess what? My paycheck grew as well because I was trying to help her. And speaking of running, I don't know if all of you know this, that Kara Moore's team, they are running for Lexus this month, which is so crazy awesome. And for those of you that don't know what that means exactly, that means that she is going for 125,000 for her team volume. So whenever you look on your little pulse and you look over and you see your PSQV is one number, and then you swipe over two and you see that level 1 through level 6, that number, that is your team volume. So in order to be Lexus qualifying, your team volume has to be 125,000, and your number above that, you and your directs have to be 12,500 to get there, and you also have to be a level 5, obviously. So that's a huge goal for them, but her whole team is backing her up, and she has to maintain that for 3 months in a row. So if she does it this month, she'll have to also do it in August and then maintain in September. And then she's going to have that pretty little white trophy, and that means so many people on her team built their paychecks as well. Let's see. I think that is it for me. So I wanted to make sure that you guys understood what was going on with convention and how helping others meet their goals is also going to build your team and build your paycheck. So make this a great July. Encourage your power partners to do their part as well, and it all pays off at convention. So nice to see you guys, and can't wait to see what you guys do this week. See you.